My name is Lipa and I go by Pa'a. I am the youngest in my family. I was a cheerful and cheeky kid, but as I grew up, things changed. Society is all about beauty and appearance. I don't belong in this world as I didn't meet the beauty standard society has created. Kenapa muka aku macam ni? Kenapa aku try diet tak boleh nak kurus-kurus? Kenapa semua orang panggil aku hipo? Simba panggil aku bulldozer. Betul ke? Salah aku ke? Jijiknya tengok muka sendiri. Jijiklah tengok diri sendiri.
Sukalah video ni. I nak tunjuk Pak Ah. Confirm she will like one.
Aku penat dengan hidup ni. Kenapa aku hidup? Apa fungsi aku hidup? Aku jijik dengan diri sendiri. Aku penat dengan dunia ni. Hidup aku tak pernah ada makna. Aku penat.
Pak Ah?
In the end, society accept me only when I'm no longer in this world.
What I mean by that is, for example, I definitely feel happiest at D, which is kind of like where I'm at right now.
If I could change myself, I would say I want to be like D.
I lebih prefer badan D.
What I mean by that is, for example,
So I prefer B.
so naturally I'd want her to be in either B or D.
I would pick D.
What I mean by that is, for example,
Throughout my high school years, I have this one habit when whenever I feel like I eat too much, I would throw up, like on purpose, because I don't know, it is maybe because I just don't want to be big again, I guess.
When I was in high school, I thought that I am fat, even though everyone keeps telling me that I'm not. So I just stopped eating like for a few days, just like eat like once or never or not at all for a day.
what I mean by that is, for example,
Okay, saya pernah body shame seseorang.
Not that I am aware of. I would not do it on purpose.
I've never body shamed anyone, but I would probably do it if it seemed like they were asking for it.
Wait a minute.
What I mean by that is, like, for example, imagine an obese person. And they're constantly complaining, oh, my life is horrible because I'm obese. Like, I don't have many friends because I'm obese. I'm depressed because I'm obese. And they say all this stuff, but then do nothing about it. They don't go on diets. They don't try to exercise. They don't try to improve themselves. At that point, like, I wouldn't feel guilty if I were to body shame them, because it's like, you know what? You're complaining, you're whining, and you're doing nothing to fix it. At that point, I feel like you kind of deserve it. What I mean by that is, for example,
So when I was younger, I was a really chubby kid, and every time I used to go to my parents' house, I used to be compared to my cousins or anybody who was smaller in size, or sometimes they used to compare me to my mom.
I started at A, and I kid you not, I felt horrible. Like, I felt depressed, I felt anxious, it felt like no one wanted to be my friend, and it was kind of sad.
In high school, I was kind of chubby. I wasn't like overweight or anything. It's just I was chubbier than most girls in my class, and because of that, I was body shamed.
During my primary school, because they love to mock at me like, oh, you so short, Haris, you so pendek, bila nak tinggi, bila nak besar kan.
Personally,
What I mean by
feel
that is,
that I
for
don't
example,
enjoy any of
at one point I just thought, like, you know what, I've had enough. I'm gonna put myself through rigorous training, rigorous dieting, and get myself through D.
Saya pun deal dengan dia untuk glow up. Saya bagi masa dalam beberapa tahun gitulah.
I didn't want to say anything because, you know, I didn't want them to think of me as a party pooper.
Most of you have probably heard of beauty privilege. How can beauty privilege occur? It is the special treatment provided to persons who satisfy their standards. As a result, many people grow self-conscious about their appearance. This scenario is especially dangerous for teens since puberty causes changes in their body form, and for young adults because they interact with many individuals outside the home.
Let's take a look at our findings from our study of beauty privilege among teenagers and young adults. One of our primary goals is to determine whether they have a dream body that they would like to have in order to be treated equitably by everyone. The majority of them aspire to have a normal BMI. There are many scenarios in which others will treat you well based on your weight and body shape. Maintaining a normal BMI is one safe strategy to avoid discrimination. Some of them want to be skinny because they believe that having a skinny body makes you attractive, as it is the current trend. Because of the beauty standard, some irresponsible people like judging people without first learning about their characters. Many young generations are having negative experiences as a result of their physical appearance. According to the figures, 37% and 35% of our respondents have experienced body shaming and peer criticism respectively. Because our respondents are teens and young adults, they must engage with others at school and at work. At some point, irresponsible people will body shame them and make harsh remarks about their physical appearance.
Because they are not confident in their appearance, the younger generation is prone to poor self-esteem. Being judged by harsh individuals makes them dissatisfied with their life and make them desire to be someone else who has more luxury to serve as their role model. They do not recognize their own attractiveness since others bring out their imperfections.
Anxiety is the most common mental illness caused by beauty privilege according to the survey. Anxiety is characterized by feelings of fear, dread, and uneasiness. They may feel uneasy meeting new people because they are preoccupied with other people's perceptions of their body. They may be unsure of what to wear to impress people since they are terrified of being criticized. Because they were self-conscious about their appearance and suffered from anxiety, they live in a dark world.
Self-love is one way that victims of beauty privilege cope with discrimination. Outsiders cannot appreciate their life, so they strive to love themselves, which is difficult. Only they understand how valuable they are. The process of learning to love oneself is not short. There is a long way to go since they still get hate because of their appearance. While people are not appreciating them, they try to comfort themselves with the word self-love. Are beauty standards still relevant? 42% of respondents believe that having a beauty standard is important. Some of the 42% in this group may consider that the beauty privilege is significant because they wish to obtain their preferred type of appearance in order to avoid discrimination. They still desire to obtain their ideal figure, but we don't know if any of these 42% of individuals believe that beauty is vital, since they admire people who have a beautiful appearance but judge others who do not.
She just wants to be beautiful, she goes unnoticed, she knows no limits, she craves attention, she praises an image.
What I mean by that is that, for example, imagine an obese person.
Now I am becoming healthier in a healthier way, and I have learned a lot from that experience.
But now I'm really grateful that I don't have that problem anymore. And now I am watching what I eat, but I don't worry too much. I don't feel guilty anymore if I am hungrier than usual, because now I do cardio, I work out, so I know that those calories, those extra calories that I'm intaking, I can just burn them off.
What I mean by that is that, for example, imagine an obese person.
I would just deny whatever they say.
As long as I keep playing sports like football and active sport, I can keep my body shape and my weight is at optimal level.
I have been body shamed, and how I dealt with it was I just proved the body shamer wrong. as that sounds.
Help you see a little bit clearer. The light that shines within. There's a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are. And you don't have to change a thing. The world could change, it's hard. No scars, see you're beautiful. We're stars and we're beautiful. And you don't have to change a thing. The world could change, it's hard. No scars, see you're beautiful. We're stars and we're beautiful. Nobody you
For the boys answering these questions, and if they choose any of the options here, I feel that they just love their girlfriend for their bodies and not for their personalities.
I don't really care what their body shapes are. When I like someone, I am more interested in their personalities instead of how they look from the outside.
As A for absolutely not. Have you body shamed anyone in your life, and why would you do that? Absolutely not, because to me, to mock other people's physical looks or their weights or body, it's a shame. Maybe B.